The morning light slips in through the thin curtains. The house is quiet, too quiet. You wake up, not refreshed, but heavy. Your mouth feels dry. Your stomach is bloated, and your mind is foggy. You try to stretch, but your body feels stiff. You sit at the edge of the bed, holding your head, wondering, why do I feel like this every single day? You glance at the clock. It's already 7:30. The sun is up, the birds are singing outside, but inside your energy feels buried under a blanket of fatigue. You walk slowly to the kitchen, holding your back, your knees aching just a little more than yesterday. The same cup of tea, the same bowl of plain breakfast, the same dull heaviness in your chest. No one talks about this kind of tiredness. It is not the kind that comes from not sleeping enough. It is the kind that builds up quietly inside you, week after week, month after month. And somewhere deep down, you wonder, is this what aging really feels like? If that sounds familiar, know this: you're not alone. Many people over 60 experience these quiet, persistent signs. But what if the real issue is not age, and not just the passing years? What if your body is trying to tell you something? What if the tiredness, the bloating, the fog are not signs of getting older, but signs that your liver and blood are overloaded, that your body is silently asking you for help? You do not need expensive detox teas or complicated regimens. You just need to give your body a gentle start each morning, something natural, something that feels good, something that works from the inside out. In this video, we're going to explore 3 old but powerful morning recipes. Simple drinks you can make from ingredients in your kitchen that help gently cleanse your liver, support your blood circulation, and lift that morning fog. If you have ever woken up feeling the way we just described, stay with me, because just one glass might change how your whole day begins. You can feel light again. You can wake up with clarity instead of confusion. You can move through the morning without dragging your feet or holding your breath. Yes, even after 60. Even after years of ignoring the small signals your body has been sending you. The truth is simple. Your body still listens to you. It still responds. It still wants to heal. And you don't need to spend hundreds of dollars or take risky pills. You don't need to starve yourself with extreme detox plans. All you need is the consistency to give your body a natural push every morning with ingredients that your grandmother may have used, but the world has since forgotten. These drinks are not trendy miracles. They are rooted in simplicity, in wisdom, and in the body's incredible ability to restore itself when given the right care. You still have the power to support your liver, to help your blood flow clean and steady, to feel awake, alive, and whole when the day begins. Let this be the moment you reclaim your mornings. Let this be the day you say, I am not giving in to this tiredness anymore, because your body is ready. It just needs your permission to begin. Let's begin with the first habit. It's simple, it's natural, and it might just surprise you with how quickly it makes you feel better. We call it the vitamin bomb. All it takes is 2 humble vegetables, beetroot and carrot. Beets are known in many cultures for their deep cleansing properties. They support the liver, reduce inflammation, and help with circulation. Carrots are packed with vitamin A, help the body detoxify, and provide a subtle natural sweetness that makes this drink not just effective, but enjoyable. You don't need a juicer or a fancy blender. Here's what you do. Take 1 small beetroot, take 1 medium carrot, wash them well, peel if you prefer. Cut them into small pieces. Blend with half a cup of water. You can add a few drops of lemon juice if you like a slight tang. Strain it if you want a smoother drink, or keep the fibre for extra digestion support. Drink this slowly. First thing in the morning before breakfast. It doesn't taste like a sugary juice. It tastes earthy, fresh, a little sweet, and deeply nourishing, like something that your body recognizes as real. What happens when you drink this daily? After just a few days, many people say their bloating starts to ease. Their bathroom habits become more regular, their skin feels brighter, their eyes less heavy in the morning, and most of all, their energy doesn't crash mid-morning like it used to. You see, your liver is your body's main filter. When it's overworked by processed food, late-night meals, lack of hydration, or even mild medications, it can't clean your blood effectively. That leaves you feeling foggy, tired, and inflamed. But when you support your liver with beet and carrot every morning, you give it a helping hand. You reduce its workload. You nourish it with antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. You give your blood a better chance to flow cleanly, carry oxygen smoothly, and support every other organ you rely on. And the best part? It's not a chore. It's a ritual. You're not forcing your body to detox. You're offering it something gentle and kind. Some people drink this and notice a change in 3 days. For others, it takes a week or two. The key is consistency. A single glass won't change everything overnight, but it's the beginning of something powerful. Imagine starting your day knowing you've already done something good for your liver. Imagine not needing that extra cup of coffee just to feel alive. Imagine watching your skin, your breath, your energy shift because of something you made with your own hands. This small habit doesn't just change your morning, it changes your relationship with your body. So tomorrow morning, before the noise of the world begins, make your vitamin bomb and drink to the life still flowing through you. The second habit takes us back to forgotten wisdom. Simple, old-fashioned ingredients that were once common in morning routines, but have faded in modern life. This drink is more than a detox. It's a warm, grounding ritual that supports your liver, calms your stomach, and gives your blood the clean flow it needs to nourish your brain, muscles, and heart. Here's what you'll need. Half a green apple, antibacterial, supports digestion. 10–15 grams of fresh ginger, reduces inflammation and cholesterol. Juice of half a lemon, alkalizing, vitamin C boost. 2 bay leaves, soothing, supports liver and bile production. 3 cloves, antimicrobial, aids circulation. 700 milliliters of clean water. How to prepare? 1. Wash the lemon and ginger thoroughly. Slice the ginger into thin pieces. 2. Cut the green apple into small chunks with the peel on. 3. Add all ingredients to a pot with 700 milliliters of water. 4. Bring to a gentle boil, then reduce heat and let it simmer for about 5 minutes. 5. Remove from heat. Let it cool for a few minutes, then strain. 6. Drink warm, preferably before breakfast. You'll notice the scent first. The bay leaves release a comforting herbal aroma. The ginger wakes up your senses. The lemon adds a crisp brightness that makes you feel refreshed just from smelling it. But it's not about the flavour. It's about how your body responds after just a few days of this gentle blend. People often report that their stomach feels calmer in the morning, no more nausea, no tightness, no burping or heaviness. Others say they feel less puffy in their face and joints because this drink helps release retained water and salt through better kidney and liver function. And some simply feel clear, as if a light fog has lifted from their brain. That's because this drink isn't just flushing toxins. It's nourishing your internal organs. It's waking up your digestion in the most respectful way. And it's making sure your liver doesn't have to work so hard all day to keep your blood clean. Why green apple? Because it's gentle on the stomach and brings a touch of sweetness without spiking blood sugar. Why cloves and bay leaf? Because ancient traditions knew what science now confirms. They support the body's natural detoxification pathways, reduce internal swelling, and aid in blood purification. And ginger is a gift. It warms your center, balances your gut, and reduces silent inflammation that accumulates with age. This drink is not complicated. You don't need to memorize health jargon. Just remember this: if you start your day by caring for your liver will take care of you. Sip this slowly in silence or enjoy it while listening to soft morning sounds, birds chirping, the breeze in the trees, your breath settling into its rhythm. Let your body know, today I choose to begin gently, I choose to begin with care. That choice alone is healing. Now, let's talk about something many people over 60 still enjoy every morning: coffee. But what if we could take your usual cup of coffee and turn it into a powerful digestive ally? That's exactly what happens when you add a touch of ginger. This third habit is not about replacing your morning brew. It's about elevating it, using it not just for energy but for healing. Here's how to make ginger coffee. Ingredients: 400 milliliters of water, 3 teaspoons of ground coffee, 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger or a few thin slices of fresh ginger, a splash of milk, optional based on your taste. Preparation. 1. Heat the water until it's hot but not boiling. 2. Add the coffee and ginger, let it steep for a few minutes. 3. Add milk if you prefer a creamier texture. 4. Stir, breathe in the aroma and sip slowly. So why ginger coffee? As we age, digestion slows down. Fat starts accumulating not only in visible areas but also silently around internal organs, especially the liver. This is known as fatty liver, and it can quietly sap your energy, cause inflammation and increase your risk of serious illness. Ginger helps by activating digestion. It stimulates bile production, increases stomach acid in a gentle way, and helps the body break down fats more efficiently. It also fights gas, bloating, and that uncomfortable full feeling many seniors experience after even small meals. Combined with coffee, which naturally stimulates the digestive tract, you have a warm, energizing, fat-supporting drink that does more than just wake you up. It wakes up your metabolism too. And don't worry, the flavor is surprisingly delicious. Ginger brings a slight kick that blends beautifully with coffee's richness. Many people say, once they try it, they never go back to plain coffee again. Drink it in the morning, but not on an empty stomach. It pairs beautifully with a light breakfast or after your first cleansing drink. Ginger coffee is not meant to replace food, but to support your body in using it well. And while it sounds simple, this small twist on an old habit has real power. Every time you prepare this coffee, you're not just drinking a beverage. You're telling your liver, your gut, and your entire system, I see you, I support you. I'm not giving up on feeling better. That intention, poured into a warm cup, becomes part of your healing. Now that your body has been gently awakened with a glass of vitamin bomb or a warm ginger detox drink, followed by a comforting cup of ginger coffee, it's time to think about food. Not just any food. A light breakfast that supports your liver instead of burdening it. At this age, our digestive system doesn't need volume. It needs kindness, it needs warmth, and most of all, it needs foods that are simple, soothing and stabilizing. Here are a few ideal choices. A small bowl of warm oatmeal made with water or unsweetened almond milk. Top it with a few soft banana slices or a teaspoon of ground flaxseed for fiber. Steamed sweet potato or pumpkin, lightly mashed, served warm. It comforts the belly and keeps your blood sugar steady. Half an avocado on a slice of whole grain toast, soft, creamy and packed with healthy fat. Or even just a small rice porridge with a sprinkle of cinnamon if you prefer something more traditional and gentle. What's important is not the exact food, but the feeling after you eat it. You should feel settled, not stuffed. Warm, not weighed down. Clear, not cloudy. When your liver has been gently supported by the cleansing drinks earlier, it continues its quiet work throughout the day. But if you flood it with greasy foods, cold milk, processed sugars, or heavy animal proteins right after, you undo the healing. Think of your liver like a sponge. In the early morning, it's most absorbent, ready to take in nourishment or toxins. What you choose to give it sets the tone for the entire day. That's why this breakfast is so important, not because it meets dietary targets, but because it supports how you want to feel. And here's something powerful. When your belly is warm and your blood sugar is steady, your mind becomes calmer. You don't feel as anxious. You don't get that shaky, jittery fatigue by mid-morning. You move through the day with clarity and gentle strength. This breakfast doesn't have to be perfect every time, but when you eat with care, after cleansing with intention, you send a message to every cell in your body, you matter, I'm here, I'm listening, and that message can change everything. After you've nourished your body, it's time to nourish something just as important, your inner stillness. Because no matter how well your liver functions or how balanced your digestion is, if your mind is cluttered, anxious or disconnected, true health stays just out of reach. That's where this habit comes in. You don't need a meditation cushion, you don't need to chant, you don't need to do it right. You just need a few quiet minutes to be with yourself. Here are some gentle ways to begin. Sit by a window. Place your hands on a warm mug. Look outside. Listen, not with your ears, but with your presence. The birds, the wind, a distant sound of life. Open a small notebook. Write just one line. Today my body feels, or this morning I'm grateful for. Touch a houseplant, Feel the texture of its leaves. Let your breath slow down. Let your eyes soften. Or simply sit, let the warmth of your breakfast settle, let your heart stop racing. No phones, no news, no noise. This habit is not about doing nothing, it's about being with what is already here. Because after 60, your mind doesn't need stimulation, it needs peace. And your body doesn't need perfection, it needs presence. Taking this quiet moment reminds you that you're still here, not rushing, not fixing, just breathing. And in that breath, your nervous system calms. Your blood pressure softens, your cortisol levels lower. Your entire body says, "Thank you." This isn't spiritual fluff, it's biology. Stillness heals. And when combined with the natural drinks you've prepared, the gentle food you've eaten, this simple pause becomes part of the medicine. Even 2 minutes of stillness can shift your whole morning, so find that moment. Sit with it. Let it hold you. Let it remind you that healing is not a destination. It's already here, in this breath, in this quiet, in this day that has just begun. Healing doesn't have to be something you do alone. In fact, one of the most powerful ways to strengthen your own commitment to health is to share it gently with someone else. Maybe it's your spouse who always skips breakfast and seems more tired lately. Maybe it's your daughter who's juggling too much and never slows down. Maybe it's a neighbor who lives alone and smiles a little less these days. Or maybe it's just a friend on the phone who says, "I haven't felt right lately." Here's a simple idea. Make an extra cup, that's it. Tomorrow morning, when you blend your beet and carrot or simmer your lemon and ginger, make a little more. Pour it into a clean jar. Write a small note. Thought this might give you a good start. No lectures, no advice, just a quiet gesture. Or send a short message. "I've been doing this small thing each morning that makes me feel clearer. Let me know if you want the recipe." You'll be surprised. People are longing to feel better, but often too tired, too overwhelmed, or too proud to ask. Your gesture might be the invitation they've been waiting for. And here's the beautiful twist. When you share something healing, it heals you too. Because it reminds you that you are part of something larger, that you're not fading, you're giving. You're still capable of impact, still part of the circle. A small, warm cup, a quiet recipe, a gentle act of kindness. This is what it means to age with vitality, dignity, and generosity. So don't keep your new habit to yourself. Let it ripple outward. Not for applause, but because health, like joy, grows when it's shared. Let's pause for a moment, because maybe you're thinking, what if I forget? What if I don't feel like making these drinks every morning? What if I skip a day or two? Here's the truth. That's okay. You are not a machine. You are not on a schedule. You are a human being, living, feeling, adapting. There will be mornings when you're tired, distracted, or simply not in the mood. And that doesn't mean you failed. It doesn't mean you're not committed. It doesn't mean your body will give up on you, because your body doesn't need perfection. It needs presence. It needs your return. Even if you skip a day or a week, your body remembers the care you gave it. It welcomes you back the moment you show up again. This isn't about building a flawless routine. It's about creating a rhythm of kindness, one that includes softness, forgiveness, and patience. If today didn't go as planned, that's all right. You can begin again tomorrow. The beet will still be in the kitchen. The ginger will still be waiting. And your body? It will still be listening, grateful for your next act of care. At this stage in life, we often talk about staying independent, being able to move around, make our own choices, manage our own routines. But true independence is more than just walking without a cane or cooking your own meals. It's about feeling well enough, clear enough, steady enough to continue living with dignity. And that begins with how you treat your body each morning. Because when you care for your liver, when you support your blood, when you nourish your digestion gently, you're not just boosting your health, you're protecting your freedom. Every small step you take, pouring a warm drink, choosing a light breakfast, sitting quietly, these are not random habits. They are declarations. They say, I am still in charge of my well-being. I choose how I begin my day. I take responsibility for how I feel, physically, mentally, emotionally. This is powerful. This is what it means to age with intention. Because while we can't control every illness or every pain that might come, we can control how we support our bodies today. We can give ourselves the best chance to stay strong, stay sharp, and stay present for the people and things we love. And that is not selfish, that is not indulgent, that is wisdom, that is strength, that is survival. These simple drinks, the beet blend, the ginger coffee, the lemon tonic, they are more than recipes, they are tools of resilience. They remind your body what it's capable of. They remind your spirit that it's still worth the effort. They remind your mind that this life, your life, is still unfolding and you are still in it. So each morning as you sip and breathe and care, know this: you are not just starting another day. You are protecting the beautiful, quiet power of your independence. You've made it through the morning, not rushed, not ignored, but honored. Maybe it was with a warm glass of beet and carrot. Maybe it was the steam rising from your ginger lemon tonic. Maybe it was just a quiet moment with your hands wrapped around a mug of coffee. But in each of these small choices, something sacred happened. You said to yourself, I still matter. I still choose how I feel today. I still have time to heal, time to enjoy, time to care. And if no one has reminded you lately, let this be that reminder. You are not alone. There are others, just like you, waking up tired but trying. Others pouring warm drinks, hoping to feel just a little more alive. Others writing in notebooks, breathing slowly, waiting for the fog to lift. And every one of them is walking the same quiet path, back toward their own strength. You are part of something bigger than your aches, your age, your lab tests, or your past mistakes. You are alive. And that means there is still beauty ahead, still joy. Still mornings that feel light and peaceful. So take your time, sip your drink, feel your breath, let your body catch up with your heart. And remember, you deserve mornings like this. If something in this video made you feel seen, if one of these simple habits brought even a little light into your morning, then consider sharing it. Not because we're asking, but because someone you love might be quietly struggling too. Maybe they don't know where to begin. Maybe they've been waking up with the same heaviness, the same fatigue, the same question, is this just how it is now? Send them this video, or better yet, send them a message. I tried something that made me feel good this morning. I think it might help you too. You never know what a small act of care can do. Sometimes it's the spark that starts someone else's healing, and if you'd like to keep receiving these kinds of gentle lessons on health, dignity and simple strength, subscribe to our channel. We're here to remind you that you're not invisible, you're not forgotten, you're not finished, you're still becoming, one morning at a time. So thank you for being here, thank you for choosing yourself, and thank you for being part of this circle of wisdom. We'll see you in the next lesson.